Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ryan. If you are new here, I am currently working on Project Dyad. It's a Celtic inspired romantasy book. Think of it like the Selection book series meets The Bachelor slash Bachelorette meets like Bridgerton and like castle and medieval vibes with like a Celtic twist with gods and magic and druids and things. I don't know. I don't have a blurb. That's another video. I can do that another day. Today we are plotting slash outlining. I am currently on chapter 9. I'm at 33,000 words. I think I had just hit that this morning actually. Very exciting stuff. I am kind of a more heavy writer. I don't know how many chapters I'll have, but like if you divide like 120,000, but I did the math and I think I'm probably gonna have like around 30-ish, under 30, a little above 30, but around 30. Also, my shirt is really funny. It says spoiled and it has a kitty, and I love cats, but my friend gave it to me and I just like refound it like in my closet and I was like, holy crap, this is kind of cute. I forgot that I had this. So we're gonna wear it today. Kind of, it's a vibe, you know. She's spoiled, and I am. I'm a I am a princess passenger. Oh, I am a passenger princess. So it's fitting. Okay, let's get into this. I have plotted my book into 3 acts, which was quite hard. Not hard, I should say. I think the trials are going to be hard. This was kind of easy, I guess. And I don't really know if I'm even doing this right. I kind of like roughly looked at a bunch of different outlining plotting styles and I watched some plotting videos and everything like that. And this is kind of what we're going to do. So if it's wrong, it's wrong. And if not, great. I don't know slash care. This is just for me. So basically I've written the entirety of Act 1. I'm pretty sure. I think I have one more chapter, excuse me. So I think Act 10 or chapter 10 is the end of Act 1. So chapter 11 will be like the start of the trials, start of Act 2. So my friend gave me some colored sticky notes. So Act 1 is dark pink, so we'll write out like the last couple of scenes that I need in my chapter and stuff. And I think that I might make each of these a chapter or like a chapter, but if I need to add more scenes to it, I can put them behind it and like shuffle through it if I need to, is what my kind of thought process of that was. Because I have a lot of ideas like after things. I feel like when I'm done doing the chapter, I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have added this. I'm not gonna have room to add it. So I'm like, okay, I'll just have extras to add it in, kind of thing. So we are going to plot Act 2. If we don't get to Act 3, that's okay. I kind of want to just focus on what I need to write right now, and I kind of have a better idea of Act 3, but not really. So I've discovered the general outline. I have a B story because I looked that up and that was like a thing. So her B story is going to be Kytheria and Zarin, the druids, their little Zuko and Katara love inspired affair. If you know, you know. I love it. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. So let's just get going, I guess. I'm gonna sit here and try to write on my sticky notes, and then I will just go over what I have without trying to spoil it too much. I love a good spoil. Actually, fun fact about me, when I was a child and I first got into reading, it took me a minute to get into reading. I think I talked about it in another video, but I was a little older. And I hate sad books and sad movies. Like I really hate being sad. Like why would I be sad when I could be happy? I don't really understand the logic in that. So I was always like, well, I'm only going to read books with happy endings. So when I got a book, I'd read the last 10 pages of it every time because I'm like, I can't have this be a bad ending. And then I just wasted all this time. Whatever. That's why I like Jane Austen so much because every book she has is like a happy ending. Almost. In a way, in a sense, for some people. So yeah. Let's get going. I'm gonna talk my ear off all day. We need to do this. I've been putting this off. I'm a little scared. I might be phoning a friend. We shall see, but we will get this done. Okay, also, a little hair on my nose. Also, I have plotted out my entire trilogy series because I do want this to be a trilogy, hopefully. So this entire first page is book one, and that line right there is the trials. Like I just put trials and then everything else that comes after. So that's what we're figuring out right now. But I have book two and book three. I won't be referring to this necessarily, but I pulled up my outline on the computer screen on my laptop right here. So we're going to be referring back to that. And then I've also wrote down, let me show you. I wrote like 19 pages of like a really brief summary, and like a couple of them are the trial. So I've plotted out like a couple of scenes and big points for my trials. And like I've said in previous videos, it's not like trials, like no one's getting like eliminated or killed here. It's basically like there will be classes that they attend. They are going to prepare their mind and body to obtain the energy from the gods, is how they like get their powers essentially, to become sages. And every lord and lady like isn't a sage. You can become one. So this is them becoming one because they've been chosen by like the royal family, like necessarily. And they've been condensed from like a lot of other lords and ladies. So this is like the top 10 of each male and female, like lords and ladies, in the eyes of Gramir and his mom Estella. So that's the whole thing about it. They're gonna like have, I think, 4 or 5 balls, which will split it up the timeline also and help me out a little bit. And then like halfway through they'll get their powers, like that'll be a big scene. But yeah, that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna figure out a way to flawlessly push it forward. So that is the goal. But I'm gonna refer to this and that and my notes, and I will get started. And you will come with me because it helps me, motivating me. If I didn't do this, I don't think I would have gotten this far. Like that's facts. So thank you. Help me talk this out. I literally have a printed calendar because I want to get my days right because they have they have a set schedule that I think is going to be the constant. So like Monday they have training, Tuesday they have etiquette class, Wednesday they have training, Thursday they have history, Friday they have training, Saturday they have dancing, Sunday's like a relaxed day. And they don't have like the class all day either. So they're not being like grilled that hard. But like the lords are, and the lords will also have like fighting, like sword fighting competitions to kind of like, you know, make it a little spicy. So yeah, I'm trying to get the exact dates and things. And I don't know if I'll mention them in the book, but like just for me, organizationally wise, I'm gonna go insane if I don't do this. I might be making it more hard. I don't know. Who even cares? I'm having she got the letter on May her birthday, May 1st, is Beltane. And I'm going to have them leave a fortnight later, but I'm going to make it from that Saturday. So they arrive on a Saturday. Okay, they arrive on a Saturday. And then what did I just have them do? So the first night, they check into their rooms, they're going to have dinner. So that's Saturday night. And then Sunday day, they tour the castle, they have lunch in the gardens, they're going to have their ceremony. Then the rest of it's a relaxed day. Then Monday is going to be the first day of classes. Okay, so Monday, so chapter 11 is Monday. So chapter 12 is going to be that Okay, Ryan. So chapter 11, they're going to have the first day of classes, they're going to meet other teachers, then they're going to have lunch in the gardens to kind of split up the day because I want them to meet like every single one of their teachers that day so we can kind of like a quick little info dump out of the way. I feel like that's just going to be more easier than me being like, on Monday she went to this class and had this teacher in this about him. I don't know. And like in school, it's also more realistic if you kind of had. I think the first day was like shorter periods and you learned the information about your teacher in quick spurts. I think I like that, and I feel like it's better for the readers. I don't know. We'll change it if I need to. So chapter 12. What the freak is happening in chapter 12? That's what we need to figure out. So chapter 12 could be Tuesday. It could be the second day of classes, or I could skip a couple days. Gosh, this is hard. Give me 1 second. Okay, Math and Google told me that I have 11 chapters in Act 1, which means I should have roughly 15-ish in Act 2, maybe a little more because my first act is a little bit strong. And technically, you could consider Act 2, Chapter 11. So actually, that once. Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So Act 1 is 1 through 10. Act 2, if my math is right, should be 11 to 26. Okay, I think that math is okay. So Act 2 is going to be 15-ish chapters, and Act 3 will be like 4 or more if I have more chapters than 30. So we're going to plan out 15 chapters, which is good because then I can do like my balls, which can help me, and then I can just start placing things in between the balls. So we're going to do that. That actually makes a lot of sense in my brain. This helped. I already messed up. I am a silly little girl and I made all of my ball scenes pink when obviously they're in different acts. So, whatever. All the ball scenes are going to be pink because I'm not rewriting that. So, ignore. But my act 3 is blue and my act 2 is pink. So, I think like 2 of the ball scenes are supposed to be blue with their pink, so that's actually not that bad. I don't know, I'm panicking. But I've written out all of the ball scenes in chapters. So that's giving me a good idea of, let me just show you, of what I need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 added in between, which is nice. So I'm going to start filling them in and then hopefully I can start numbering my chapters and we can get this over with because this is taking forever. Okay, this is when it gets a little hard because I have obviously the balls planned out and I know how many chapters I'm going to need, but it's like I don't know exactly how I want to execute how it flows yet. And I don't think that I know it until I start writing. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to write out all the chapters that I'm going to need. And if I need to add in more and delete and throw away my paper, I can. Because I don't think I even know what I want in every chapter yet. I have like scenes and ideas, like a general idea. So maybe I'll just do that. I'm going to write out all of the chapters that I'm going to have. And then we're going to go from there. Ugh, I'm stressed. I ran out of light pink, so now we're using dark pink, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. I knew this is gonna happen because I used them all up, but that's fine. So, chapter 24, chapter 25. We're gonna have one more chapter before the ball. So, this is chapter 27. And we'll do chapter 26. Now, this leads us into Act 3. So now we are in the blue section, which is great. So that means that Act 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh my gosh, just one more than we plotted. And this is just right now. So who knows, that could change. It might change. Because I just figured 3 chapters in between each ball made a lot of sense. That obviously can change. And I have more sticky notes at work, so we will see. Okay, if I have any idea of anything that I just did, we are done. Not done, but done with how many chapters I think they're going to be. We ended up at 31, but that could possibly be 32. Like I have this little guy over here, I put him like chapter 29 through 30 because like maybe I might add one more because I did like I was telling you, I did 3 chapters in between each ball, but I did 2 for that one. So I was like, okay, maybe if I need a third, we could put it there. Let me show you what it looks like bird's eye view. Okay, I've just put them on my desk. But starting with chapter 10, there is the ball scenes. They're right there. Oh my gosh, they kind of go in like a diagonal line, low-key. Not really. Just imagine that these are supposed to be blue. Unfortunate, but that's okay. I mean, I could rewrite. I might rewrite. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I was mistaken. That one is supposed to stay pink, but I did just change that one. So that's a win-win-win. So that is my visuals. These ones are supposed to be light pink, but I ran out because of my mistake. And I actually miscounted, so I did need one more, but whatever. Those are the only ones that I discarded. I'm pretty proud of it when this is the mess that I've created. But I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to try to fill in as much as I can. And maybe I'll come back to this and add some more later, but we will see how much I can fill in right now. And I just went off. I filled out the first 10 chapters, so I'm down to chapter 20 now. I'm going to fill out chapter 21st, the 21st chapter. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ish. If I want to do the Act 3 today, which might as well, I guess. I have time. When else am I going to want to do this if not for a video? So yeah, let's just try to do them all. It's flowing pretty good. I'm hitting like major points. I'm not going to like go into like the training because I feel like that's just going to have to be when I'm writing the book. So I put like 2 weeks of training here, 2.5 weeks here, and then I'm putting like what's happening or what could happen, things I could talk about, that kind of stuff. So we'll go over it more in detail when I'm done with the entire thing. And then I can kind of talk you through it. If you care, you can stay to the end and watch that. So let's quickly finish. Well, I did not think that I would get done today, let alone in an hour-ish, I think. Yeah, about an hour-ish. I'm pretty proud of myself. My entire outline is here. It is 31 or 32 chapters. I added a chapter not in between 29 and 30, but in between 19 and 20. I forgot that I had like a B story going as well as a B plot. I'm just making that up. Because I have her brother Cedric and we kind of follow his story too. So I wanted to add in at least 3 chapters for him because I love his character so much. So that's that. Basically, I don't really know what else to go over. Chapters 10, 11, I'm going to complete here soon, which is exciting. And then 12, 13, 14 are like the training days. There's going to be some like courting, some group dates. Graymere is going to do a really kind favor for Leo. He's going to bring her horse actually to the trials to kind of win some favor with her because she's going to be a little feisty at the beginning because she's pissed. Chapter 15 is going to be a ball, which is very exciting. The first ball of the trials. That, yeah, very exciting. The next couple chapters are just like more training. Chapter 18, 19, 19, 20, 21-ish is going to be fun. Like the ladies are going to get their powers, then they're going to have the ball scene. Then we're going to have a scene for Cedric and Arden. Something's going to happen. The evil is like announced in the story. The girls are going to train with their powers now. That's them training. He's going to start seriously dating. Then it's going to be the prince's birthday right here. That's the first harvest or the autumn. Oh, wait, sorry. His birthday was up here. So Gray's birthday, along with all that. This is the first harvest ball. Or that's the first harvest ball. I'm tired. I've been thinking about this for too long. It's all act two. I don't really want to tell you like the end or like this part really. So I guess that's all I'm going to describe. But yeah, these are my ball scenes. This is act 3. I know the ending of the book just cuz I've already recently plotted it prior to this, but I've fleshed out basically all of that. Obviously, I didn't go deep into like what they're doing every day with the trials or the classes. I'm going to have to like figure that out as I go, but I do think it's an as I go process. So, I'm pretty happy with what I've done today. If I add or change anything, don't hold me to it. Obviously, this is a learn as I go process. Yeah, I have 32 chapters. So if you minus that by, let's see how many chapters I have left. I have 24 chapters left to write. I'm currently on chapter 9, just about to finish it. I might finish it today just to get motivated to look forward to the ones on the table. But my plan is to remove them as I go from this, and then I will update um, my cards that I have included in my Dyad Diary series. I'm starting to write. Let me show you actually. I'm taking these cards and I'm writing every chapter the summary because I watched a video from Andy Reid's Books, I believe is her username. Super sweet. Loved her energy, honestly. She's really cute. But she had the idea to do this and then because like I'm gonna forget what I'm writing low key, and I think a lot of people do. So this is just a really great idea. So I have the amount of chapters, and I think I even thought it was 32 to begin with. So let me actually count these really fast. Okay, I'm not that cool. I had 3 extras, so I now have 32. If I need to add more, I have 3. I guess whatever. But this was a really fun video. I'm really glad that I did this today. I have seen a lot of like plotting, outlining videos come out, and it's just really inspired me to kind of dive into my book and just flesh it out because I just need to have this so that I can continue to write. I don't think I could have passed chapter 9 if I hadn't had done this. So, woohoo! I'm very proud of myself. I will show you guys like a little overlay of all of the chapters that I've written out just so you can kind of see my brain and the mess that is my mind. Really appreciate all of you guys so much. You motivate me to finish my book and to create art, which is something that we all need to encourage people to do nowadays. AI can suck it. This is, way better. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.